welcome back to the channel. Today we got an unboxing. We got Bass Pro Shop, we got Tackle Warehouse, and we got some stuff I picked up from the Indiana Fishing Expo. So let's get into this. So no video last week. Some stuff went on, just didn't get it done. We'll talk about that at the end, but let's get into this. We'll do Indiana Fish Expo first. We'll do the expo. So first thing first, same thing you guys saw from the Lawrenceburg show. These small stupid tube heads. SC Baits, yeah, SC Bait Company was there, so I picked up more. Same thing, 1/8, 1/0. Picked up some of those. And then went over the Tournament Tackle. You guys want to pick up some stuff from them at the Hamilton show. Lawrenceburg show, so I picked up some more stuff. They had some Strike King tungsten tour grade weights. I think there was like $2.50 or something like that, so I got a pack of 1/8 ounce. They did not have, he didn't get a chance to get a restock of my Beast Coast I love, of the Stealth Crawl, but he had some other colors, so I picked those up. This first one, I actually really like. It's called Stealth Melon Juice. These are all in 7/16. But a little brown on the bottom, that lighter green pumpkin with a little bit of red flake. I think that's gonna be a good one. I like that one a lot. This is Dirt Bag. I've used it in their Vanquish jig. I have not entered in the Baby Dozer. So, get that out. Black bottom, more of a brown top, but cool. Got a little tinsel in there. And then I just got a green pumpkin. I mean, I'll show that one, this green pumpkin. And then also, they had a bulk pack. He said he can't get these from Missile right now or something. So he takes the normal pack and puts them in here, but this is a bulk pack of the full-size D-bomb and tilapia magic, I think they called them. But I love that, like, bluegill. This is, I know probably can't see the light, but it's got purple flake, green flake, blue flake, purple, yellow, black, looks like some silver. You can see on the arm a little bit better. But yeah, I love a bluegill color. Little more see-through. Hopefully was hoping to be a little bit darker. Missile bait smells so good, but I like it. Throw it. Once again, I talked about last time with the baby D bombs, but the big disc full size D bombs, you can cut them down. Great jig trailers. This would be definitely back on the back of a jig in that you know, May, and they're able to move up on the beds. While we're up there in Dansville, we went over to the old Academy, picked up some of these. These are the heads Aaron uses a ton, big bite baits. These are BBBJ Elites. These are 1/16 and black and white. And then I found some bear shad, but these are in 1/8. So maybe throw them on the crappie rod, maybe throw them on the BFS rod, different stuff like that. And if you never heard of, you always know about Dick's, but they have a thing called Dick's Sporting Goods Going Gone. It's like their clearance outlet thing. We go there every year at Danville, but they always have baits. So picked up some baits. So that day, so you see their price is $1.93. On the baits, number one, put it on a bigger sale. So I got a pack of Zoom and a pack of Robo Worm for under $1. These are the Baby Brush Hogs Watermelon Red Magic. Pretty cool. I think this is going to be really good at the Ville in the springtime. Red and gold, little baby brush hog. If you didn't know, brush hogs are supposed to be tied on one way. Let's see if I guessed it right. See how it flares that way? You see, oh, can't really see that way. See how they're together? Flip it around. You see how it's more wider? That's the correct way. So if you rig it up, you need a G so it goes over the wood, it flares more, gives it a little more bigger presence in the water. But a little Zoom brush hog, still good. If I can find Zoom baits for super cheap, especially that cool color, pick those up. And then last, you guys have seen this before, This is a 4.5-inch straight tail worm, Aaron's Morning Dawn. Everyone's know what that is. But that one I liked a lot last year, the Aaron's. A little bit more white. So that's everything I got from the show. Next, let's do T-Dib. So this was mainly a chatterbait restock, but I grabbed a couple other things too while I was there. First thing first, watched old SB Fishing use this, and I did forget I was already out, but I picked up some of the 2.5 moose minnow. There's a little baby guy. Little small guy. I'll probably throw the BKK hook on this. If not, pick up some like guppy hooks or something. But I mean, just look at it. Just a little baby. Just a little baby on there. But really excited. If I don't like them for the little strolling minnow thing, I think it'd be a really good drop shot or just a really good slow rolling swim bait. Maybe when me and Aaron go after the white bass in the springtime. Got some of the Z-Man Llama Tube jig heads. Honestly, it's a lot bigger hook than I thought they were going to provide this with. So now knowing that these hooks are that long, I probably won't buy them again. I was hoping a really narrow hook because that bait is so little. But these are the heads for them. But they're really cool though. They come with a VMC Redline hook, so it's going to be a hell of a jig head, but it's not really what I wanted it to do. That one last. Next, I'm going to try to get back into this year. I'm just waiting on the new rod to show up, but I'm going to get back into glide bait fishing and try it real hard this year. Take it more seriously. So I was on there. I picked up one of the new Berkeley chop blocks. Very excited. I hear a lot about this. I know like the top hooks having some issues with like getting pinned hooks because that piece right there holds it in so well. So I've already watched a couple of videos on different hacks, so I'm having hookup issues. I know how to change it, but I'm gonna fish it how it is, stock. But this is the, I think, hitch. Yeah, hitch. So, and also nice, that blue line. I can either get some gray paint and add more gray, or I can just make it white. So that's the 8-inch version. It's, I think, 2.5 ounces, 2.2 ounces. Swim bait rod I'm getting is a 3-ounce rod, so it's gonna be really good for all these entry-level type weight glides, but also be really good for like A-rigging and stuff. So very excited. Just waiting for it to get in here. Next, order some of the Tackle Warehouse exclusive Evo Mini Max. I don't know how much longer they're gonna get the exclusive rights, but talked about it a little bit. I want to get some more 3/8 chatterbaits because I've had a lot of quarters and halves. So I got 2 packs of the Glitter Bomb. This is my favorite color in the jackhammer. So got this in, the little baby guy. Very excited. Comes with a 2/0 heavy duty hook, no normal direct connect, heavy duty egg sinker. I do like how it only has the 1 wire on it. So for Z-Man baits, it's a little bit better. Got 2 packs of the electric shad, just a good solid shad color, just really good solid shad color. And then they had a TW black and blue, and this thing is black with a couple blue flakes, so I like that a lot. I paired it up with like a green pumpkin trailer, kind of maybe a bluegill, but that's a really, really cool color. Next is a new hook from 6th Sense. If you didn't know, 6th Sense released the new series called Tusk. So new version, they're new hooks, but I thought these were kind of cool, kind of different. These are flipping hooks with a screw lock keeper on them. I picked up the 4/0. Maybe I should have got the 3/0, but I think it's just cool. I haven't really seen that. It's probably nothing new. It's probably someone else has done it because at this point in our life, everything has been done through fishing, but I think it's a really cool idea. So I half-assed rigged one up real quick with one of these Hag Bandito Bug knockoffs, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, I kind of rushed it, so ain't the best, but that's tight, and I feel like that will hold up a little bit more than a normal flipping hook. You can see a nice V bend in the back of it, so but stiff, really stiff hook, so fits that really, really well. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, you see that. But so it has that like coated on there, big long point. I noticed that big long point, and the little barb is way back here. So I'm assuming that helps with hookup ratios and not falling off. But I thought that was really cool. Just wanted to show you guys that. And not a big flipping hook guy, but I thought I'd try it out. Maybe try a flipping hook again this year. So that is it for that. Now we're on the Bass Pro. I originally went there for oil and stuff like that, and had a gift card and stuff, but they had some kind of weird like club member deal yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, but gotta go over stuff. If you have not seen, I have a Mercury video on the channel with me doing maintenance on my Mercury. But if you have not seen a video, I'll show you what I buy every year. I buy 1030 Quicksilver full synthetic 4-stroke engine oil. Last year I ran synthetic blend. That's because I messed up, forgot to buy the right blend. But synthetic blend, full synthetic. I just like that synthetic blend, full synthetic. It holds up better to temp, and it technically lasts longer. It holds the velocity a little bit better on a synthetic than compared to a normal, and it helps with keeping the motor clean and blah blah blah, all the fancy spec shit. But I've been running Quicksilver, I think ever since my first year. The first year I ran Mercury oil, and ever since that I switched to Quicksilver, and I haven't looked back. I run 1030 because I don't run as much like long range, so really high temp. If I did, if the motor takes 1030, I don't know if it's a flat tappet or roller cam, but I'd maybe invest into a 2050. But 1030 has been fine. I don't, I had this boat for this is my 6th season running this, and I haven't hit 200 hours yet. So 1030 has been just fine. Oil filter though, I don't run Quicksilver or Mercury. I run Wix, specifically the Wix XPs. I'm a big Wix guy in the first place, so why not run the filter that is designed for full synthetic with the most filtration through Wix. And if you need it for a 2019 Mercury 75 horsepower, your part number is that. And also got there the Lear oil, so 90, SAE 90. Same thing, just haven't had any issues, and it's awesome. Cleaner for the motor, I switch around. The last couple years I've been just running the Seafoam Marine Pro, but it really doesn't matter. Any kind of cleaner is supposed to help with the ethanol, but luckily for me, we just had a couple wah walls get put around my house area, so they sell ethanol-free gas. So it's gonna be really nice having ethanol-free gas, less deposits, a little cleaner of a run. But if not, that will at least keep the injectors and fuel filter, all that cleaned. But then I'll let you guys know that later. I broke my pump for my gear oil, so I bought the Bass Pro version of it, and I'll let you know if it sucks or not. If it sucks, I'll let you guys know. So, like I said, we bought some other stuff. So, like I said, I had some gift cards. Gift cards pretty much covered, I think, almost half of this stuff, if I remember right. And they had some deals with the club cards. So, but first, these are new. They came out last year for the iCast, but this is the minnow shaker from BMC. Took the head off of the hybrid swim bait head, and they just added a barb, because they're guys that run their hooks, or also Rapala guys who use, the Elastec, and I think they did a good idea with doing the wires, the little fluorocarbon keeper. So then now Elastec guys can run it. They couldn't technically run with the hybrid heads, but same hook, if I remember right, from what I was told or looked up. It doesn't say, but I think it's the same hook as the other one. But I got that in the 1/8 3/0. That 3/0 looks long. The gap is not big, but that looks like a long hook. They had some XPS stuff on sale, and I just thought it was it's called a Wacky Sticko. And I like that type of like thinner metal. I think Reaction Innovation has one like that. But these were on sale, so I got them. So this is watermelon red. So you can still like Nico rig it if you want, but I'm gonna Wacky rig it. And this is a 4.5, but I think they're like $3 or something like that, and you get a pack of 16. So if I remember, this stuff holds up pretty decently. To get some hooks for that, I ran out. I was kind of low, so I got some more owner. This is the Sniper Finesse weedless hooks. I've been typically running the, I think it's just called the HD version, but these work just fine. Number 1/0. I'm going a little bit lighter rod this year, so work perfectly fine. Realized I forgot to get some wacky Nico hooks on my TW order and my other orders. So while I was there, picked up some of the VMC Redline hooks. Picked up a number 1 and number 2. I couldn't decide which hook I wanted, so I got both. Just in case. And then I was missing frog fishing so much again. So I got a Hush frog. If you guys remember, this frog I bought last year and it broke on the first day I used it. I haven't bought one since. So I went ahead and bought another one just to make sure it was not, you know, 1 day fluke break day. But this is called Baby Bullfrog, same color through last year, and it did great that 1 day. For all my hula grub peoples out there, I picked up, finally saw these in stock, the Strike King version. This is in Bama Crawl. So that normal Strike King, you know, coffee scent, Strike King rage tail action, but now I'm like a little hula grub type. So looks like every other rage tail, you know, that we've ever seen, but they put this little skirt at the top, you know, like a hula grub. Skirt's kind of old, messery, does not want to stand up, so maybe it looks better on the water. But at the end of the day, which is nice about this, is if I decide I don't want this part, I can just cut it down, and I got my normal jig trailer. So at the end of the day, how I looked at it, and the reason I bought it was I wanted some Bama Crawl in the rage tail, so I just went ahead and bought this. So I can throw it as a rage tail, but also if it doesn't work out, I can just throw it as a normal Bama bug, Bama Crawl. Next two are some fun options. Both are fairly new. Both came out last year technically. This is the new Z-Man swag LT. This is a ROF 9 5" 3/4 ounce. So thin. I like how skinny it is. So if somebody wants to get into swim bait fishing and scared, this is only 3/4 ounce. You can throw that on pretty much whatever. If I get this package undone, I can tell you more. It's got like a little weight in the back of it, but it's a line through, so you can either do a line through to the top, like you guys seen in the Multron, or you do a line through the bottom and do a... Oh, it's already cut too. Look, it's cut. That's kind of cool. Huh. I don't know that. A little hole there. And just snap it in. Huh. Anyway, so you line through the nose right there. It'll pop up somewhere around here. You tie it on. The bottom chin. Looks like the same bottom, but you probably push it from this direction. It pops out right there. But I forget what the color this is. Out there, I ripped the box in half. Just trying to get my bait out. White back shad, so more of a thinner profile, but good old Z-Man elastic. But it's got a little like rattle or whatever inside, but yeah, super cool. I'll spend the next 20 years put that back in the box. And the other one I got is the 6th Sense option. Now this is a fucking real challenge here. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was easy. Got it. First try. And their whole huge ham the fan of this. It's not a line through, it's a harness system. But you either have the option the option to fish it on bottom or top. There's technically no spot designated for your hook. So I guess you just kind of guess, I guess. Looks like it wants it right before that little back fender. I guess that's right. I don't know. There's no option. There's no thing about it. But I got it in. This is the 5". This is 5". But it's 1.4 ounces, about 1.5 ounces. So way bigger. But that's what I like about it. You know, you got the Z-Man bait here. Some shit on his tail. Get off there. little bit more thinner, you know, more shiner looking. And then you have like the shad look, crappie, or I'm going for the crappie look. But very excited for both these. I think they're both at the same price. At least an initial thought. I am a big 6 cents guy, but I would probably go with this guy. A little bit smaller, and I think it's gonna get way more bites. But I do feel like that might catch me a bigger fish, a little bigger profile, different tail design. But let me know which one you guys rather have. But I like both so far. Both are 5-inch, so they're both the same length. Just one's a lot thicker of a profile. I'll spend the next 20 years putting these back in the packages. What I'm probably gonna try to do is, I think it's Spro. They make a screw-in like magnet. And what I'm probably gonna do is buy a magnet for it and put one on top and bottom or whatever I do. So most people are gonna stab it in there and you got 2 hooks exposed. But I'm also gonna try it with like just the one. See if I'm going over cover. Maybe it's a little less likely to get snagged up. But I'm also, I don't know what the hell I'm doing either, so. Next is another XPS brand. This is their Rockin' Sock, or Rockin' Shad. Kind of like that Shakamara type look. But this is their new 3 1/4 inch, and I got it in the bolt color. So a little smaller profile. But this is their version of like a Shakamara Shad. But I would say they look pretty cool. Look at that, it's a little baby guy. So it's got the little fins to help it rock, but yeah, I think it'll also be really good. If not, you know, just a straight, you know, just drop shot, dancing on the bottom. But we're gonna try strolling with it. But if not, I do have a backup plan idea. And like I said, that's a bolt color, like a electric shad type. All right, 3 more boring things before we get to the fun part. So while I was there, went ahead and got my suffix line for the year. Still gotta go to Hamilton and get my flora for the year. But I got a spool of 50-pound and moss green for frogging. 300 yards of 10-pound for neon green for my finesse spinning rods. And a 600-yard spool of 20-pound braid. I throw this on my X Pride. I got probably 2 spinning rods that are getting 20-pound braid. So one with the bigger spool. They didn't have it in a smaller, in the 10-pound, or I would have got 10. But once again, keep it simple, stupid. Suffix 832 on all my braid rods, and then all flora this year will be Sunline Sniper. Just keep it simple. So the big ticket item of that trip is this guy. Like I said, with the gift cards and all that and the little deal they're doing, I went ahead and we got a Vanford. Aaron's been talking about him for a long time. I've been thinking about him for a long time, and I finally decided just to bite the bullet, get it done. But if they didn't have the sales, like I said, I wasn't there for this. If they didn't have the sales and I didn't have gift cards, I would have not bought it. I would have waited till I bought it from Hamilton. But with the sales and everything, I had like, it was like a 15% or something like that. So it's pretty close to a decent, pretty good discount. And with all the points and stuff I got. So this is the new version. Looks so good. But they're just outrageous to me. I don't think you need anything this expensive, but I wanted to see what the hype is. I will say, they have the new Sedonas there, and I was playing with them before I picked up the Vanford, and the Sedona actually seemed really, really nice. It had that rigid feel of the Vanford. When you reeled it, it was very, very smooth. I know the Sedona doesn't have like MGL in it. The drag system's not as good, but I think they're like 89 bucks or something. I might go back and get a Sedona, or I think Hamilton's got Sedonas, so I might get a Sedona as well. But we're gonna see. Like I said, these are $280 or something stupid. So I think they're ridiculous, but we're gonna see this season if it's really worth the money, or I mean, I know they're worth the money, but do you need that? That's the real question. I don't think so, but you know what? I bought it. We'll try it. We'll see how we like it. But that's it. That is the big purchase of this trip. But just want to take a second and talk that there will be some changes to the channel this year. I left my main job that I've had for almost 10 years, and I'm doing something different now. So the videos might not be every weekly. Like you saw last week, there was no video, and that's just because of I'll be working a lot more on weekends, and I might just not have enough time to make videos. So this year might be not as good. It could be the same as normal. I could have all the time. I can have more time, I'm thinking, and fish more during the week. But I just want to give everyone a heads up, you know, all 20 of you guys who consistently watch, appreciate you 20. But I just want to give you guys a heads up, like there definitely a slight less in unboxing. We'll have the Hamilton open house one coming up. My rods should be in by then. If they're not, then I might not go to the open house. That's really all I need is those rods and my fluoro. So I'll probably just go get my fluoro. But there'll probably be less unboxings this year. Be some different changes to the channel. But overall, just want to let everyone know that, hey, the content might not be as consistent. So I will appreciate the people who still come back and watch on a consistent basis to help keep the views going, and to keep me as a relevant, you know, TikTok, YouTube guy. So it does count for as TikToks as well. I'm gonna try my best to keep TikToks going, but same thing. Might just be a little less this year. So really do appreciate the support so far. This might be a little bit slow season, so it might just be a slow season, and next year be back to normal. So, but with that being said, I did get a new truck. So I'll be doing video once it warms up of my rig for the year. You guys already know I got my tracker back, so gonna get the maintenance done that I forgot to do before I put the boat away. Stupid me. So after that, more just get the boat rigged up, get all this new stuff, organize all that. The last weekend of February, I think that's the 20, whatever the last Saturday is in February. Dixie Marine's doing their flea market sale. Everyone goes into service bays, and a bunch of people come out and sell stuff. I will be there unless something happens, but I should be there. So I'll be selling a bunch of baits from leftovers from last year, whatever I pull out of here, and then whatever rods and reels I get rid of. Just a heads up, baits will be $1 a piece, and hard baits will probably be $2 a piece, I think, or soft will be $2, and hard, I don't remember yet, but be a couple bucks. So bring some cash. I'll definitely have some rods and reels also for sale. Everything from some cheapy reels to some nicer rods and reels. So if you guys are in the Fairfield area and you're bored on the last Saturday of the month, I think it starts at 8. It's like 8 to 10 or 8 to 1. Come see me. Me and Aaron, I'll always be there. I think Aaron's going. But you'll see us there. Well, I'll have stuff. Aaron will have stuff. Or if you don't want to buy anything, just stop on by, say hello, chat for a minute. But it's warming up finally. You can see I'm in long sleeve, not hoodie, freezing. The heater's actually able to keep up with the garage. So I'm hoping in like a week or two, hoping to be able to get out. So that's why I gotta get this boat together. So that's why I'm thinking I might be buying my floor early. Anyway, rambling. So hope everyone enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys are excited about. I'm honestly pretty pumped for about everything. I hope I can get that swim bait rod in. I need to actually text Ben, see where that rod is. Want to get back out throwing some glides this year. I'm very excited for these little swim baits. I'm very excited for that squad. What the hell is it called? What is it called? Squad? I don't know. Whatever this guy is. I'm very pumped for him. I think he's going to be really good. That smaller profile, like that Mega Bass 5-inch, that thinner profile. I can still do a top hook on it if I don't want to run top. And I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool narrow profile, but I think the option would be good too. I think the option would be cool. Throw it up shallow. But yeah, let me know. But if you have any questions on the boat stuff, you know, if you have any questions about anything, I'll have the video link below on how to do my boat maintenance. And also I use Lucas oil grease for my hubs and for my motor. So if anyone was wondering that too. So video. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.